You in the cover there? Leaping out of the water?
Yeah.
Hot water's the latest thing.
Trying not to be middle-aged.
You played some years ago about as many one-nighters as anybody that I know. I mean, you were like every other night or every night, practically.
I played so much that I had to learn to drive the bus. I was the relief driver on the bus.
Something like 300...
300 days a year. But then I started watching you and watch how you gradually reduce your schedule. And it's quite inspiring to me, Johnny. So,
Pioneering a new work ethic,
down to
huh?
25 days now, you know.
How many people would you think you play to in a year altogether?
Oh,
You ever make an estimate?
Last summer, we played to probably about 700,000.
Just amazing.
And about 40 shows.
That is amazing.
Oh, I'm very happy they're still there.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, they're there.
Longevity is not really a big thing in rock and roll. It's like the same as a running back in NFL. So 20 years, I'm very happy to still.
Yeah, but when you're good, it lasts forever. Remember when they said rock and roll was going to die in a year or so, and it's gone on, and it's maintained?
I remember when they said I was going to die.
You live most of the time in the Caribbean or Caribbean? Which
Yeah.
do they prefer? I hear both. Caribbean,
It
Caribbean.
depends on which travel agency is talking to you. Caribbean, I guess, is the pirate pronunciation. So I would prefer that.
Is it a good place to live?
Key West, that's where I live.
Yeah?
Florida. Yeah. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's the end of the road, as people say. Everybody had a past before they got there. So when they sort of pile up at the end of the road in Key West, and there's some very eccentric people that are down there.
They all go down to the...
Oh, yeah, they go down. I had
Southern.
an old friend who was my neighbor, and he was going to commit suicide. He was like an old remittance man. He was paid to stay away from his family fortune in Michigan. And he used to take people to junkets to Cuba in the old days. So he went to commit suicide and tied a big anchor around his neck and walked out into the ocean. Well, it's only about 2 feet deep for 50 miles. And, so he kept walking, and the phone rang, and he didn't know that was one of those great decisions of life, whether to stop or
To commit suicide, and he walked into 2 feet with an anchor?
Yeah, well, he didn't know. He was not a nautical person, so he didn't know 50 yards out, it went forever. So he went back and answered the phone, and it was a phone company telling him his phone had been disconnected.
It's like trying to commit suicide with an electric razor. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. Okay, thank you for being here, Jimmy.
Hey, Johnny, good to see you.
You're off to Australia, Tahiti?
Yeah.
Have a nice tour and come back and see you soon.
We'll see you next time.
My apologies to Kevin Pollak. We ran a little long tonight. We've invited him to come back very soon. And what did Kevin say?
Forget it.
Forget it. No, he's a clever young man. He'll be back.
Next, the outrageous Sandra Bernhard and the beautiful Raquel Welch charm Dave on Late Night with David Letterman. Then Bob, rocking and rolling and doing the twist with Chubby Checker on Later with Bob Costas.